This is the Suzuki Jimny, a pocket-sized dynamite known for its off-road wizardry. A few weeks back, when I reviewed this vehicle, I called it the cute emoticon of the G-Wagon. So today, we have the G Mini meeting the G Mega, the ultimate symbol of opulence and untamed exploration. Let's go check it out. Both exhibit an insatiable hunger for the uncharted territories, but they carve distinct paths in their pursuit of mastering the art of adventure. The G-Wagon's legacy has often propelled it to unprecedented heights, even on the pricing spectrum, solidifying its status as a perennial bestseller. The Jimny, on the other hand, aspires to democratize adventure, making it accessible to the masses. Many enthusiasts go as far as outfitting the Jimny to resemble a G-Wagon, but when they stand side by side, they evoke the timeless tale of David and Goliath. The G stands tall as a paragon of luxury and strength, its design exuding timeless elegance and brute force. In its 400D avatar, it packs the most powerful diesel engine yet on a Mercedes-Benz, a 2.9-litre inline-6 turbocharged diesel engine, churning out 330 horsepower and a staggering 700 Newton-meters of torque. Meanwhile, the Jimny gracefully embraces simplicity and compactness, creating a stark contrast. It's motivated by a rather humble 1.5-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine, but it is quite a spirited motor. It puts out a little over 100 PS of power, 135 Newton-meters of torque. These are two different worlds, meticulously crafted to conquer even the most enigmatic of terrains. Stepping inside the G-Wagon, you will find yourself embraced by lavish leather and state-of-the-art technology. It's a symphony of luxury and functionality. The infotainment, however, doesn't match up to the new age screens and the MBUX software seen in the current crop of Mercedes-Benz cars. The G-Wagon takes a relatively more simple approach then. But speaking of it, the Jimny champions simplicity and functionality. The choice is yours. Will it be the lap of luxury or the simplicity of utility? Even in the concrete jungle, the G400D glides with grace, blending luxury with practicality. It's a true urban sophisticate. Meanwhile, the Jimny transforms into a swift urban ninja, slipping through the gaps in traffic and navigating the urban chaos with ease. Versatility is an attribute both possess in spades, but off-road driving is where these two stand out from the other four-wheeled crowd. Both these cars roll on old-school ladder frame chassis, mastered over the years to offer a more refined driving experience while ensuring off-road prowess. The G-Class demonstrates its dominance with its superior hardware, adaptive suspension, the robust ladder frame that I spoke of. You even get a desert mode. Of course, the terrain systems aren't as detailed as some of its rivals, but then even the desert mode for slippery stuff like this does most of the job very easily. In fact, we had also taken it to the mountains that were ice-clad, right? And there also the G-Wagon showed its prowess. So not having too many terrain systems is not a problem either. Basically, all this hardware ensures that it manages to go over all these obstacles with a lot of finesse. And when you want to take even more manual control over things, you even have 3 different differential locks. And when all of this off-road hardware comes together, it essentially does one thing, and that is making sure that irrespective of what kind of a driver you are, whether you are an off-road enthusiast or simply someone who wants to arrive at such terrain and go all over it without having to fiddle with all these tools and controls, the G-Wagon will ensure that it will keep both of you happy. The Jimny, relying on its compact frame, agile nature and a high-strength ladder frame, defies gravity and trots through the harshest terrains effortlessly. It gets a modest, non-adjustable multi-link suspension and a selectable 4x4 system with an old-school lever as well. It gets the work done. The substantial contrast in price between these two vehicles undoubtedly arises from the badges on the grills, the advanced technology beneath the hood, the opulence versus the minimalism, and the spaciousness compared to convenience. But it's also a comparison between raw power and nimble agility. The Jimny, with its nimbleness and that little engine, it trots through all these bushes, whereas the G-Wagon, it simply trounces over all this kind of terrain as if it were a German tank, which it is, more so in this color. Furthermore, it also impresses with its high ground clearance, some impressive approach and departure angles, and then you also get this amazing roof rack on this particular vehicle, which gets you 100 kg payload, so you can also do your overlanding and some glamping, camping, whatever you might want to call it. And then there is the adaptive suspension, which means that even with load on top, it will still maintain optimum ride height. It will still maintain the optimum ground clearance when you're going on such tricky terrain. All of this is impressive stuff. Conversely, the Jimny relies on its generous ground clearance, boasting impressive approach and departure angles thanks to its minimal overhangs. Its compact dimensions endow it with mastery over tight spaces, whether navigating real or concrete jungles. Both the cars that you see here have road-oriented tires, so we had to tone down the off-road challenges. But these vehicles can handle much more. I mean, a lot more. A little bit of trivia, though many of you already know this. The G-Wagon was originally conceived as a military vehicle, though it's now transitioned into this symbol of luxury off-roading. And with that powerful diesel engine, it goes from 0 to 100 in a mere 6.4 seconds. And it doesn't end there. If you want to punch a square hole through the air and you want to do that at ridiculous speeds, there's also the option of the GAMG. It's a ridiculously pointless car, and that is what I love it for. The GAMG is a different beast altogether. But if this kind of exploration is what you want to do, this is what you want. Both the standard G-Wagon and GAMG will give you a lot of laughs, but in their own sweet way. The G-Wagon is full of laughs, no matter what variant you choose. And the Suzuki Jimny doesn't lag far behind. It is affectionately dubbed as the miniature Land Rover, but is way more reliable than any of the Europeans. The Suzuki Jimny, on the other hand, was designed to make off-roading a very easy and affordable and accessible exercise for a lot of enthusiasts out there, and it delivers on that promise really well. In fact, all generations of the Jimny are true to that intent. They haven't really gone down the marketing route and tried to include stuff that the Jimny doesn't really need. It stays true, it stays honest to that intent, and that is what has made it cultivate this big cult following all across the globe. And now it's starting in India too, which is impressive. One, the embodiment of luxury and might. The other, a compact dynamo that defies its dimensions. As the dust settles and the engines fall silent, the G-Wagon and the G-Mini show how both of them take different paths but have one common goal: take their respective owners to new horizons. This isn't a comparison. This is a celebration of two legends. In the realm of off-roading, these two are icons. These are two legacies that are always ready for timeless adventures.